Alright, in one of the previous chapters I made a brick texture. So I'm not remaking the brick texture. This is a new brick texture. Look at the size. 4096 by 4096. Okay, before you faint and say, oh my gosh, you can't do that, I will demonstrate. So what I'm going to do is save this as, and I'm going to put in my work in progress. And this is going to be brick color map HR for my high res. Save it. And then I'll go in here and make a normal map for it. Filters, map, normal map. I'll use a scale of 3. File, save as, and I'm going to just change that to NM. Okay, and then hit save. Okay, so 4096 by 4096, and you can see, the big, huge clarity. I could zoom way in on this, and I still get pretty good clarity. Okay, that's the deal. Now, let's go back to Blender. We're going to make a brand new material. This one is called brick. Sure, actually I'll get rid of that. Like that. So I got ++ and I hit 2 different materials. New. Material 1 is going to be called brick. The other one is going to be called roof. For brick, it has to have a texture involved. I wish it separated via material, but it doesn't like it. It's supposed to, but it still doesn't like it. So a lot of times game engines are very picky about either separating by material or separating by a texture. So if there's a texture involved on a certain part of the mesh, it will see that and then make a separate material for it. You'll see. So here's my building high-res color map. Voila. Okay. And next, let's go back to roof. Oh, wait, we gotta add one more thing to this brick. We gotta say it's gotta be UVs. And that's it. Okay, let's go back and let's designate the roof. Well, what's the roof? I have to make the roof, unfortunately. Here's the roof. So I'm going to copy this. This roof can have a separate resolution. What? So actually, I can state this one's going to be 1024 by 1024. So why use all that resolution, right, for asphalt? Okay, I can zoom out, and then I'm going to have to take and scale this a few times. I'm going to get rid of this one. And hit scale. Okay, this is 1024, so I'm going to take this and scale it down to 1024. Then squish it down some more. This is only going to be some really funky noise. Okay, so I am going to have to tile this a couple times. Unless I want to brush it on. I could brush it on too. But I'll just do this. Okay, and then I'm just going to merge down. Do that again. Erase the bottom. Do that again. Move it. And now if I do this and go merge down, I'm going to do that thing where I offset it and get rid of the pattern. So duplicate layer, and I'm going to move everything here. It's like that. And then I'm going to go in and go like that. That'll get rid of some of the pattern. And now duplicate the layer and move it around again. And every once in a while I'll just hit it. So this is just a noise, and I want it just to have less white spots in it. Just don't like those anomalies showing up. So there we go. That's going to be my texture for the roof. So I'm going to save as in my work in progress directory and call this roof, building roof. And I better put period TGA or it will get confused. Export, save. Okay, so there's my two things. I got roof. It now has an image, and I can open up roof. Good. And that's going to go, it can be either generated or UV, it doesn't really matter. It's just a placeholder, okay? It has to be there so it knows where to make a new material location. So in this case, I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to go to roof and hit assign, okay? Then I'm going to go select inverse, go to brick and hit assign. I'm going to off click anywhere, go to brick and hit select, make sure everything that I want is selected that needs brick, and here off click, go to roof and hit select, and there's my roof all selected. So that is multiple materials on mesh. Okay, now I don't really care if I want to see it or not, but let's look what it looks like. Let's go to display and go to GSLS, and then hit N, and then go to textured mode. Okay, pretty sweet. I would say the specularity needs to be dive bombed down. And the brick, it needs to be taken down quite a bit. It's dark over here because there is no light over there. Okay. So if I really want to see what that looks like, I can just grab my lamp and hit the sun. And then move and rotate that around. As you can see, it's just in the back. Look how detailed it is. I can zoom way in here. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Of course, 4096 is complete overkill, but trust me when I say this, I get to pick what resolution I want, so it doesn't really matter. And there's the roof, which could be downscaled quite a bit if I wanted to. And if I want to do that, I better do it now. How do you downscale it or make it smaller? Well, very easy. You just hit this and hit L and scale. And I'm going to break so many rules here, it's going to be sad. No, better not break that rule. I'll keep it the way it is. So this is just a repeat of the next square down, which is, I think, 1, -1. Alright, now that I'm all done with that, let's put this into the game engine and see what it likes about it. I'm going to go File, Export, wait for an object, and I'm going to export it into my clean assets directory and call it building 1. Then I go down here and just say selection only, materials, UVs, and export. And then I'll go in here to my Unity workflow. Here's my clean assets directory. I'm going to need that brick high-res texture and a brick normal mesh, and I'm going to need building roof. So those are the ones I need. I'll move them over into clean assets. I'll go into the building material and clean that up. File, save, and you can see material count 2, and this one says material count 2, this one's brick, and this one's roof. So now I know it's multiple materials on one mesh. Oh, did I save that? I think I saved that. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, that one, this one, and this one. Copy that. It's now ready to go into my game, and I'll paste that in. I'll replace everything, and now I can launch my game. You can see it's importing. And it's going to look kind of weird at first, or it could snap right out of it. Don't save that one. Okay, good. It is pretty bad. Okay, so here, in the next video, let's fix it up. I'm running out of time on this one.